Ahoy mates, Julie here, and welcome to Friday's episode of The Boaters TV. First up today, here's what's making a splash in nautical news. As part of its historical centenary year celebrations, the International Sailing Federation has launched the ISAF Sailing Hall of Fame. And this past Monday, November 5th, at a spectacular gala dinner in Estoril, Portugal, the 6 inaugural inductees were presented with the ISAF Sailing Hall of Fame trophy. On hand to receive their trophies were retired Olympic sailing champion Paul Elvstrom of Denmark, who won his first gold medal in 1948, and who is still the only sailor in the world to win the World Championship in 5 different classes. And perhaps you've heard of the Elvstrom self-bailer, still found on Olympic and other Grand Prix boats today. Another inductee, Sir Knox-Johnston, became the first person to sail around the world alone without stopping. Back in 1969, it took him 312 days aboard the 32-foot ketch he built himself. He completed his second solo circumnavigation of the world on May 4th of this year, finishing in 4th place in the Velux 5 Oceans race. At 68, he was the oldest competitor in the race. Dame MacArthur completed her first solo round-the-world sailing race in 2001 at the age of only 24, and she came in a very impressive 2nd place. But 4 years later, in 2005, she not only came in first in the race, but MacArthur set a new world record. Her time of 71 days, 14 hours, 18 minutes, 33 seconds is to this day the fastest ever solo circumnavigation of the world. Also on hand at the ceremony, American inductee Olin Stephens. Often described as the best known and most successful yacht designer of the 20th century, Stephens was the co-founder of the renowned yacht designing firm Sparkman and Stephens, a name we often connect with the America's Cup. After all, he helped design 6 12-meter defenders that won the America's Cup from 1958 to 1980. Olin Stephens will be 100 years old next year, and he still sails today. Another inductee was the late Tabarly of France, a record-setting distance sailor who won several notable races aboard his boats, all named Pendwick. Among his many victories, he was the 2-time champion of the single-handed transatlantic race, or STAR, winning in 1964 and 1976. Tabarly was lost at sea when struck by a gaff and knocked overboard from his yacht while sailing to Belfast in 1998. His wife was present to accept his award. And finally, Barbara Kendall, this 4-time recipient of the New Zealand Sportswoman of the Year award, has won 4 windsurfing world championships, and next year, the mother of 2 will compete in her 5th Olympic Games. In the future, inductees will be entered every 4 years. For more information, you can sail really fast on over to www.sailing.org. Next up, let's get wet and wild. When Royak Grabenauer built his first single-passenger, sit-on-top kayak, the Royak, in 1968, he ran into 2 problems. One was that he was teased about the design, which looked like a topless kayak going backwards. The second was that Roy's original handmade aluminum prototype was nearly the last. On its initial sea trial, while Roy was underwater diving, the anchor line snapped and the boat drifted out to sea. It was found 2 years later by a Mexican albacore fisherman, and get this, the same fish stringer and can of Metrical that had been in the open cargo compartment were still intact, which meant the boat had not capsized in its 2 years afloat. Well, even after the loss of the initial boat, Grabenauer decided that his craft had proven itself. After all, the scuba diver needed a boat that would not sink, that he could get in and out of easily in rough water, and that had enough storage for his gear. Grabenauer quit his job and began manufacturing the very first Royaks, which quickly gained popularity in the Northern California scuba diving scene. Today, the Royak company boasts a complete line of Royak models, accessories, and gear, including the diving boat, which has individual air tank cradles, the fishing boat that comes with rod holders, the note boat equipped with the stereo system of your choice, and my personal favorite, the blender boat, which, yes, comes with a working blender for those moments out on the water when you require a mixer drink. For more information about the Royak experience, please visit their website at www.royak.com. And finally today, it's time for our Boat Test Reports feature of the week, where today we take a peek at the Marquis 40 SC.
What happens when you combine high-end American yacht manufacturing with brilliant Italian design? You end up with the Marquis 40 SC. Their intention is to bring mega yacht luxury to an express cruiser scale and do it with exceptional styling, construction, and performance. Caped under a retractable glass and carbon fiber roof panel, the yacht's salon opens to the sky, and then completes her transformation to the elements with the help of folding cockpit doors. The elegance of the salon is enhanced by African zebrano wood joinery accented with high-luster Steinway-like trim. On the starboard side, a U-shaped lounge offers the finest in contemporary Italian seating combined with an automated cocktail table that serves for dining when extended. The boat's galley is small, but it is complete. It comes with a 2-burner cooktop. There's a decent-sized refrigerator below the counter and a microwave oven. The helm station exemplifies the advanced styling of the yacht with digital controls for steering and throttles, while 4 flat panel displays provide information for navigation and engine monitoring. The master stateroom is located forward in the yacht and is a cozy unit with queen-size berth. You can configure the guest stateroom any way you like. With the transom lounge closed, the yacht's overall length measures 40 feet 10 inches by 13 feet 11 inches wide. Despite her weight of 28,000 pounds, the twin 435 horsepower diesels on our test boat propelled this status symbol with ease. Built around Volvo's IPS pod drive system, the SE reached a zesty top speed of 40.5 miles per hour and cruised at 30.5 miles per hour, turning 3,000 RPM.
Thanks to Boat Test for that report. For more information on the Marquis 40 SC, cruise on over to Boat Test's website at www.boattest.com. And that's a wrap on today's episode of The Boaters TV. Join us back here on Monday, and until then, a safe and happy boating weekend to you all. Take care. This episode of The Boaters TV has been brought to you by the Word Boat Book, a new Facebook application powered by theboaters.com. We're still working out a few glitches, but in the last 24 hours, we've had 370 new boaters come on board. Won't you be next?